Carl will talk about it. Duncan Edwards, with Ian McCartney, is another great story of United. We wrote the original book on Duncan Edwards. And he was a truly great player. I have to say, and this may disappoint a lot of you, a lot of people ask me how great he was. He was truly a great player. But I do remember that team: Wood, Folkes, Byrne, Coleman, Jones, Edwards, Perry, Whelan, Taylor, Byron. And to a young lad growing up, Byrne was a fantastic captain and forward. Tommy Taylor was a top, great centre forward. And everywhere you looked, they were great players. He was the best of them all, but it wasn't like it was him and it was 10 others. I was 10 and a half, but obviously I had my faculties about me. I can remember it still. It had a massive effect on me. I was coming home from school and I saw the billboards, I heard the 6 o'clock news, and these were people that were a ray of light in a very grey world. Don't forget, rationing was still around in England, food rationing till 1954. This is only 1958. Television was very much in its infancy, and people listened to the radio and read the newspapers. And having seen the team so recently as well, I didn't actually go to another game that season. I couldn't, even at 10 and a half. But obviously from the following seasons, I started going again. But it was like a death in the family, and I was only 10 and a half and not seen many deaths in my family, and that has had a lasting, everlasting effect on me. Well, yeah, I mean, in those days, of course, it's quite funny to think about it now, but people would watch United one week and some would go and watch City the week after, because as I said about that, there was no real difference in the sides, the wages that we've just discussed. And they were Manchester United. They were taking the name of Manchester all across Europe, and very successfully. And people felt as though they were there. They could feel a real empathy with them,
And then just to finish with that, the biggest funeral of all after Munich, the biggest funeral of all was Henry Rose. That was the biggest funeral. 4,000 people, cortege of 4,000 people to go to his funeral. Is it Southern Cemetery? I think Southern Cemetery.
From Encoles, from the Express office on Encoles,
yeah.
about 3 miles.
And 1,000 taxi drivers drove people for free to Henry Rose's funeral.
4,000.
Absolutely incredible to think that. I can think of a few journalists that might go to the funeral these days. But that's a different story. But it's just to understand how big these characters were in those days, and you know, with the players on £3 bonuses and things like that, what the difference was actually between those.
How would you think they would find the modern sports journalist world?
So Henry Rose would probably thrive. He probably still would be the king because he liked the controversy. I think for the others, it's changed dramatically. Go back to Donny Davis, my favourite. His job was to convey the image of what happened on that pitch on a Saturday, and that would appear on a Monday. And for many people, most people, that's how they knew what went on with the game. There was no matches on TV. People had radio, but you'd hear a radio report. And so it was his job to paint the picture of that game. And of course now people see the game live on TV. If it's not live on TV, you see the highlights within half an hour. Before Mondays come, you've seen that game many, many times over. So the job has changed in many ways. You can't imagine the way that the evening news reporters were part of the club in the way that they were then. Things stayed within the club. You can't imagine that happening. So I think a lot would probably feel uncomfortable, to be honest. I think the without apportioning blame, it's just a different world now. It's a different job that journalists of today do. And